Questions 1 through 10 on the 2006 grade 10 Cayley math contest. The value of 1/2 plus 1/2 times 1/2 is, well, you do the brackets first, so 1/2 times 1/2 would be 1/4, and then you add the half, get a common denominator, 2 and 2, that'd be 2 plus 1 over 4, and that is 3 over 4. So number 1, the answer is E. The value of the square root of 100 minus the square root of 36, all squared. Square root of 100 is 10. Square root of 36 is 6. All squared. You're subtracting those two numbers. 10 minus 6 is 4 squared. 4 squared is 16. So number 2, the answer is A. The value of this is, well, if you write this all out, I separated them for a reason, because if you can recognize that, it will save you time rather than adding and subtracting all these numbers. If you group them into pairs like that, you'll notice that each of those is equal to just 2. And that makes this question relatively straightforward. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is, of course, equal to 8. And therefore, number 3, the answer is A. If A is -3 and B is 2, the value of A times B minus 3 is A times B minus 3. So A is -3, B is 2 minus 3. There you go, substituting those values. This becomes -3 times -1, and that is +3. So number 4, the answer is C. In the 4-term sequence 0.001, 0.02, 0.4x, each term after the first is found by multiplying the previous term by the same number. What is the value for x? So basically, we have to figure out what is that number that you have to multiply the terms by. Well, how do we figure that out? We'll just concentrate on the first two. 0.001 times some number, we'll just call it n, is equal to 0.02. Entirely based on the information they gave me in the question, that you have to multiply each term by some number to get the next term. All right, if you do the math here, n will be equal to 20. So if you took this guy and multiplied it by 20, that's how you get that. And you can verify that. 0.02 times 20 is indeed 0.4. So, based on this pattern, if you take this number and multiply by 20, you will get x. So 0.4 times 20 is equal to x. And therefore x, if you do the math, is equal to 8. So number 5, the answer is B. In the diagram, triangle ABC is isosceles and its area is 240. The y-coordinate of A is. So the first thing I want to draw is a perpendicular from A down to the base there. And since this is a isosceles triangle, it will cut the base into 2 parts. Now, I don't know if that's important for us, but I just wanted to mention that. So now the area of that triangle ABC, they tell you, is 240. Now, how do you figure out the area of a triangle? Well, 1/2 base times height, as always. And the base in this case is from here to here. And what is that distance? Well, it's the x-coordinate of C, 20. And there you go. Now we can figure out h. So we got 10h is equal to 240. And therefore h is equal to 24. So the height, this green line represented h, and that's 24. So that basically means that this point, the y coordinate is 24. And just in case you're wondering, the x coordinate is 10. How do I know that? Because this green line cuts the base into 2 equal parts, and the whole part was 20, so half of it is 10. So y coordinate of A is 24, and therefore number 6, the answer is D. If 6 over x plus 1 is equal to 3 over 2, x is equal to 6 over x plus 1 is equal to 3 over 2. Cross multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. Then 3 times x plus 1. So this gives me 3x plus 3 is equal to 12. 9 is equal to 3x, and therefore x is equal to 9 divided by 3, which is 3. So number 7, the answer is C. A rectangle is drawn inside triangle ABC as shown. Angle BWZ is 22, CXY is 65. Then the size of angle BAC is. All right. BWZ is this guy right here, and that's 22. Okay? And this is a right angle, obviously, because that's a rectangle. So that means this angle in here is going to be 90 minus 22. Right, which is 68. CXY is 65, so CXY, that's this guy right here, that's 65. This is a right angle, so this angle in here is 90 minus 65. Correct? And that is equal to 25. So they want us to find BAC, which is this angle in here. So I'll call that theta, anything you want. So the sum of the angles of a triangle equal 180, and the sum of the angles in this particular triangle ABC are the theta that I just drew, plus this guy, which is 68, and plus this angle right here, which is 25. Correct? Solving for this, you get theta is equal to 87. So number 8, the answer is A. The lengths of 3 sides of a triangle are 7, x plus 4, and 2x plus 1. The perimeter of the triangle is 36. What is the length of the longest side of the triangle? So the perimeter of this triangle is obviously the sum of the sides, which is 7 plus x plus 4 plus 2x plus 1. And they tell you that perimeter is 36. And then if you add like terms here, we'll get, let's see here, 3x plus 12, right? Solving for x, you get 24 is equal to 3x, and therefore x is equal to 8. Now they want me to figure out the length of the longest side of the triangle. Well, these are the sides right here. So first side is 7, second side is x plus 4. Well, x is 8, so x plus 4 will be 12. And that third side is 2x plus 1. X is 8, so that's 2 times 8, 16 plus 1, 17. So of these 3 sides, the longest side is 17. So number 9, the answer is C. A class of 30 students recently wrote a test. If 20 students scored 80, 8 students scored 90, and 2 students scored 100, then the class average on this test was. All right. 20 times 80 plus 8 students times 90 plus 2 students times 100, all divided by the number of students, which is 30. So do this math. 1600 plus 720 plus 200 all over 30. And if you do that, you will get 84 exactly. So number 10, the answer is B.